Hey everybody, Leonid here. Welcome to my healthy keto mukbang. I have prepared this wonderful feast for me here, my favorite dish in the world. It's a doner kebab in a keto crepe wrappers today, trying a new stuff out. We'll see how it turns out. It's extremely delicious. It's basically, in Russia it's called shawarma, and it's basically the best dish for me in the world. Like really, I like it the most, and it's just insane how good it is. And I learned to cook it at home, and now I'm trying to cook it keto. So let's see how it turns out. It's some keto crepes, otherwise it's some chicken, some tasty sauce, and some vegetables. As usual, can't wait to dive right in. First things first, prayer and affirmations ritual. Thank you God for this wonderful day, for this wonderful food, so thank you God so much for everything. Now this food will be my benefit, my muscles grow strong in the mighty name of Jesus. My fats diminish in the mighty name of Jesus. I'm successful, I'm prosperous in Christ Jesus. I'm a success. I will overcome any obstacle. Thank you God so much. Amen. Right. Let's heat these up so they don't get too cold while they wait to be heated. And let's go. My favorite. Let's see how it turned out. Freshly cooked in a wrapper. Really, this is, for me, the best dish ever. In Russia, it's very popular. They serve this in pita, in lavash, which is flatbread, on a plate, like just the salad, French fries, sauce, and the chicken, and some bread on the side. I like it in all shapes and forms. And really this mixture of vegetables, creamy sauce, chicken with spices, nice fried crust, and the bread, it's so delicious. Really, it's so good, and I'm so happy I can finally enjoy it, because before I was keto, I was like dieting down, I had to restrict my calories, so I couldn't afford to have much shawarma. But now I can, on this diet. It's like all the cultures, they have the same kind of idea. Pizza, pasta, burger, shawarma, doner kebab, it's all the same. Get some bread, put some food on it or wrap some food in it, some fatty food and some protein food, and some vegetables, and just mix it all up and fry it. That's how you get your pasta, your pizza, your burgers, everything. It's just personally, for me, this is the best. Anyways, today, I'm going to talk about this one important thing, which nobody again mentions. Because when people worry about dieting, when people want to diet down to lose weight, they care about, is this diet good? Will it make me lose weight? How easy it will be to sustain low calories on the diet? How much do I have to give up of the foods I like? Like, that's what people worry about. But mostly about how quickly they get the results, and if they have to abstain from stuff like they like too much to get rid of, or if they can eat what they prefer. The issue is, usually you get on a diet, you start to lose weight, and if you have any issues, like if you have a hard time doing it, which most people do, you will have binges where you like binge on your diet, you abandon your diet and go eat a lot of calories of something you shouldn't have eaten. Then you will punish yourself, try to get on the diet, back on track. There is this cycle of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. All this like self-hatred which happens out of this because you hate yourself for being so weak, and for being like basically a slave to the food. You fight yourself, you condition yourself, you discipline yourself, eventually you prevail, usually. But issue is, on your path to leaner body and to hopefully healthier body, what you do is you get so many issues in your head with the food. You literally poison your relationship with food. And by the time you have finished your fasting, you have attained your body weight results, you're left in a state of a wreck, really. You have such a negative attitude towards food at this point, because over the years or months of your diet, you conditioned yourself that extra calories is bad, overeating is bad. Naturally on a diet, when you lose weight, you lose fat, you will, you will suffer some hunger, right? So you learn that eating to satiety is bad, but being hungry, like it was norm, but eating to satiety is bad. Having extra food is bad, having extra serving is bad. Overeating is very bad, like eating more calories than you need a day is very bad. And when you want to give up certain drug, certain addiction, like alcohol, nicotine, some drugs, it's okay to hate the thing. So you just learn to hate it. Like you, 1 second. That's fine. You learn to hate it. You like condition yourself to hate alcohol, nicotine, whatever, and that helps you get off it. But thing is, you can live your whole life without nicotine, without alcohol, without drugs. You cannot live your life without food. And after you get to the point where you need to maintain your weight or gain extra weight, like muscle mass, that's when you have so many issues in your head. You can't eat normally, because when you eat normally, you feel guilt, you feel shame, literally, for eating enough. Because over the course of your diet, you condition yourself that eating enough is bad, that eating to satiety is bad, that overeating, eating more than you need to sustain your daily calorie allowance is very bad. And so yes, in the end, you get to your body weight, but the amount of issues you accumulate poison your remaining life, and you will spend so much time fixing them. It's terrible that it's not really concerned, like nobody's concerned with this, when they start their weight loss journey, and when they teach and coach people on their weight loss. I mean, again, it's natural. We humans, we look for results. We look how to get to the goal we have at hand. We don't really consider other stuff. It's like a Pyrrhian victory at that point, but we don't consider it until we get there and we understand it's a Pyrrhian victory where you lost more than you gained. And I personally suffer from this right now, and I don't want you to repeat my mistakes. Because when I finally got to the point where I want to be in terms of my body fat, I found out I can't eat normally. When I eat enough, I feel shame and guilt. When I overeat, and I allow myself to indulge in food I like, I feel so much guilt and shame I want to hide from my wife, from people. Like, literally. I'm like ashamed to eat near them unless I'm eating a tiny bit. If I'm eating properly, like to satiety, I'm ashamed. Too much tasty sauce. And so that's all because over the years of diet, I had some issues. I was binging. I was not like sticking to the diet. And so I was punishing myself. And you should never punish yourself for eating with fasting. That's the worst thing to do, because fasting is good for you. Fasting is for health. Fasting is for your benefit. You should not, like after you overate, give yourself no food for a day for two to compensate, because that makes fasting a punishment, which it should never be. Fasting should be like something you want to do. It should be something you enjoy. Of course, you'll feel a bit weak, but also a bit light and relieved from the need to eat, from caring about what to eat today. More spare time to spend on activity. Fasting should never be a punishment. So you learn to punish yourself for overeating, for eating enough to satiety. You learn that calories are bad, like calorie is your enemy. And it's so much. So here I don't actually have like any solution. I myself am looking for one. What I know for sure is that when you finally find out you have to diet down, you have to lose weight, you have to change your diet, the most important thing is to keep your relationship with food appropriate. Do not start to hate calories, food. Do not condition yourself that eating is bad, overeating is bad, eating too much is bad, eating to satiety is bad. Do not. I don't know how to combat binging without that, but I think it's all about, first of all, you must be really comfortable with the foods you eat. So often when we change to the calorie restriction, we try to diet down, we also change what we eat at the same time. I think it's inappropriate. I think better would be to first change what you eat without restricting. So first you accommodate to the change in the meals themselves. So say you were just eating whatever, McDonald's, pizza, donuts, desserts. Then now you eat healthy foods, like you went on keto diet or you went on paleo diet. Try to consume whole foods, salads. First, don't limit the calories. Let yourself consume however many salad you want, however many steaks you want, eggs, whatever. And then and then this is so good, I just can't speak. This combination of creamy sauce, chicken, vegetables and bread is just divine. Just love it so much. So yeah, first you condition yourself just to enjoy the foods, the new foods. Quit completely all the old foods, the bad foods. Switch to the diet. Switch the diet itself, like the ration. And then after you're comfortable eating these salads and these foods, you don't crave any other foods, you like these, then maybe you go and restrict the calories. At least then if you binge healthy foods. And then, if you feel like it's too much, just don't do it. Like, there's no point making yourself suffer on a diet, because in the end, either you will develop severe mental issues, as I said, or you will binge and give up and just overeat. You will get back all the calories you have so painfully, like, restricted. It happens easily. You apply so much effort to restrict your calories throughout the day, and you binge in the night and eat it all back. Like for 3 days straight you eat very low calorie, and then in one night you eat like 8,000 to cover everything up. Don't make this happen to you. Sure, any diet, if you want to restrict calories, you will feel a bit weak and you will feel hungry. That's like impossible to avoid. Your body doesn't want to lose much body fat. Your body doesn't want to change the composition too quickly. And your body, like, of course, will signal you one way or the other that, hey, you should eat more and stop this bullshit. I'm sorry. So your body will do it, right? So you will feel a bit hungry and weak on your diet. thing is like, which diet is better for you? I have for 20 days eaten 1,000 calories a day. That's a very huge restriction for me. I walked like 40,000 steps a day, and yet I only ate about 1,000 calories. 20 days I kept on this regimen, and it was quite easy compared to if I would do it not on a keto diet, but on a traditional diet where I use carbs for fuel. So for me, keto diet helped a lot in this endeavor. On carbs, that would be terrible. Holy crap. I remember when I was not on keto, even 1,200 calories was such a low value. I would usually feel helpless to stand. Like I would sit down and just relax a bit because I was out of my power to stand. That's how bad it got. Keto diet helped me a lot in this. With keto diet, it's way easier for me. Again, it's individual, but point is, find a diet for you which lets you sustain this low-calorie regimen with ease. There's still gonna be, hunger, as I said, but at least if it's manageable, it's way better than it's like horror and torture every day. But the most important part is attitude, yes. What's your relationship with food? How do you treat food? How do you look at food? I think it's important to never punish yourself, but more it's important to increase in value. The value of not eating, the value of conserving calories, the value of burning body fat. Like condition it, use auto trainings, affirmations, so you don't decrease the value of food and make it hated, but you increase the value of losing body fat. And make it like more desirable. So you want to put aside that second serving, you want to get a smaller serving of high calorie food. You want to set aside the salads. Put more salads on your plate and set aside other dishes. And that's like what I think is the way to go now that I encountered this issue. The issue is we focus on negative and we apply negative to food. Instead, we should apply positive to the act of conserving energy, conserving calories, not eating as much, and spending calories, exercising, working out more, walking more. Congratulate yourself on these healthier choices. When you work out more, when you walk more, when you exercise more, when you take an activity which is more active, like, pardon the words choice, something like that. So you actually increase the positive, not increase the negative. But again, I don't have a solution. That's only ideas I have right now. The best in the world. Simply glorious. And again, the main goal here is that food doesn't become your enemy. That you're okay with eating a lot of food. It's okay for you to eat. It's okay for you to nourish yourself. Calories are the source of life. We have to get calories, like it's what we are. Without calories, we die. Problem is, this calorie restriction approach does that to you. Calories become your enemy, right? Like extra calories is bad, and so food becomes your enemy, and that's insane. It's like this love-hate relationship, where you love the person but you can't really be near him much because you hate him then, but you like can't be without him because you love him so much. It's all these issues, just with the food. Like you love food, but you hate yourself for eating too much, but then you have to eat to survive. It's bullshit. Really. I mean, these are quite long calories, by the way. Like I estimate it's about 1,200 in all the 5 of these. Maybe even less. I'm gonna fully calculate it, but for now I estimated about so. Literally so damn good. It's absurd. How good this is. So I guess the key would be first to not try to reduce calories before you like the foods you eat. So only reduce calories after you switched the ration, the diet, and you like the foods. And second, motivate yourself to limit portions, eat less and exercise more positively for reinforcing these actions. Like it's good to skip a meal, it's good to eat a bit less. It's not bad to eat, but it's better if you don't. And it's good to exercise more, to move more, to walk more, like that. Congratulate yourself more and give yourself pleasure for doing these activities, like when you spend more energy, when you exercise more. This is so damn freaking good. When you buy it on the street, like a typical version with lavash, it's of course a bit bigger. Since I'm cooking at home with these small crepes, I can only make this size, but with lavash, the lavash is quite big and very thin, so I can securely wrap more filling in it, rotate it several times, so it's like several layers of bread. It's still quite thin, because it's lavash, it's very thin bread, and all the filling is securely wrapped in it. So I guess this is like 2/3 to 1/2 of what the full one should be, one like this. In a minute it might look like it's the same thing, but it's quite a diverse, complete dish. Like it has the salad in it, the protein, the bread. So it's like your appetizer and your main dish, and you garnish all at once. Basically, again, like pizza and burgers, same idea. Bread, vegetables, some protein, some fat. It's just the shape that differs. This is simply pure bliss and ecstasy and just so much pleasure. I love this food, really. Enjoy it so much. Doesn't get much better than this, really, for me. For me, it's just a perfect, amazing deliciousness. Just simply the best. So yeah, it's a good idea to have a healthy body fat percent, and consume healthy foods. But on your way to get there, don't mess it up. Don't make it worse than it was. Like, you don't want a Pyrrhian victory. You want, when you come to your proper body shape and your proper health state, you want to enjoy it and relish in it. You don't want to be a mess and a psychological train wreck. So yeah, again, all this is my theory. I don't know how to achieve this, but I know that it must be achieved. You must get to the dieting down stage and through it without destroying your relationship with food and making it such a nightmare. It must be possible. It must be. Again, I refuse to believe the only way to diet down, if you have problem doing it, is through suffering and all this crap. I know now how valuable it is to sustain healthy relationship with food. It's very important. Made a mess here. That's because the chicken is quite well fried, so it had some extra oil. Of course, when you have a lavash, you wrap it several times because it's so thin. You can wrap it several times. It's completely sealed in there. It still sometimes leaks if the chef just didn't care to, like, you know, properly handle all the ingredients. It can still be a leaky mess, but usually it's not. Here it has reason to be a leaky mess, but when it's in lavash, it has nothing. No saving grace. Literally, it's so good. Amazing chicken, amazing sauce, tasty vegetables, and this wrapper, the Keto Crepe, all together, just awesome. So freaking good. Right. So I still have some dessert waiting for me in the fridge. Okay, made a mess here. So for the magic of video editing, I'll be back with some dessert. Right, so this is simply amazing. This is a almost 0 calorie popsicle. It's so tasty. The whole thing has literally like 4 or 5 calories. You can enjoy it so slowly, and you can make it so quickly and easily. And you can make a big batch, separate it, and make different kinds of flavors. And it's so good. Because you make whatever flavor you want. Like this is some forest berries, one of my favorite flavors. And this is a mixture of coffee and chocolate. And you add some sweeteners, you add some sourness in the form of citric acid and some color, and you get this awesome popsicle, almost no calories in it. And you can enjoy like forever because you don't get any calories. You can eat how much you want. Of course, you can't eat too much of it because it has inulin and erythritol, so too much of it would upset your gastrointestinal tract, but you don't have to have too much of it because it's so slowly eaten. You like slowly lick it and slowly melts in your mouth and fills it with all this amazing flavor. And I always wondered, what's the point of dessert? Because dessert is such a masochistic torture, really. Because dessert naturally makes our satiety system malfunction. That's why they say there's always room for dessert. That's because dessert is usually high in refined carbohydrates, these quick high glycemic index starches and sugars. it's usually high in fats. And this kind of food is known as the bliss point, when it's like the ideal combination. It's the kind of food which triggers this response in our body that the body just wants to stockpile on this food because I think it's good for our survival. Because historically, the starvation was quite a prevalent cause of death. And so, for your body's survival is important and calories are important. So when it sees this very highly palatable food which is very easy to consume and quickly put into storage, it likes to have more of it. So it's like you had a meal, you feel quite full, you're ready to stand up from the table and go to your business, but you decide to have a small dessert, and now you want to eat again. Now you're hungry again, you want more dessert, but you know you can't do it because it's like unhealthy. You're gonna get extra fat. So before the dessert, you could easily stand up from the table and go about your business quite sated, quite full. It was quite easy to say, okay, I have enough. But now after dessert, you have to stand from the table starving, and you have to like combat this urge to have more dessert. What's the point? It's like literally masochism, self-torture. But then, when do you eat dessert then? Before it also makes no sense to have it. You have it before you eat your meal, then the meal doesn't taste as good then compared to a dessert. And then I found this. I found several ways to make sweets and desserts which either don't have carbs or they have fats in them, or which have no calories whatsoever. And these really work because they don't trigger this response. So you can enjoy your dessert without having to really worry about all of this. You can have a dessert and you won't be hungry again. What's the best? Usually, satiety, it has a lag, so it takes like 15-20 minutes for your body to fully understand it has consumed enough. So by the time you consume your last piece you need, until the time you feel like you're full and you should stop eating, around 15-20 minutes would pass. And usually you would overeat. That's why people who eat too quickly don't really properly chew the food, but just the food. They usually get this issue where they are stuffed and they like stand on the table tired and hard to move because they ate too much. But even if you eat normal amount, you still, if you eat slowly, appropriately, like normally, like healthy, you still will overeat a bit because you still have this lag, this delay where you keep eating if you eat to satiety, but you're actually already full but you don't know it yet, because you will know it after about 10-15 minutes pass. So the choice then is to either eat until you're full and then you're overeaten, or your choice is to stand from the table a bit empty and to constantly basically be starving a little bit when you finish eating, and then hope that after 20 minutes it's gonna subside because you actually had enough. But here is the solution. You can have this, enjoy it after the meal, and by the time you finish with it, you're full because this satiety catched up. And it doesn't trigger hunger again, like typical dessert. So this is like the ultimate thing. Of course, maybe the sweet one, like the sugary one, would give you this dopamine rush, would be more pleasurable to have it. But again, so many issues with That one. Well, this is quite delicious and really, I personally never want to have a proper fruit ice again, proper popsicle with sugar. Why would I? I wouldn't trade a small bit of dopamine rush for all the benefits. That's not just for it. This you can just enjoy. And I like real like popsicles. These you enjoy so slowly because it slowly melts in your mouth. Yet it's very strong taste and sweetness. Like the real popsicles I had, you would chew them quite quickly because they would just melt easily and just disappear like in your mouth quickly. But this, you slowly melt it. So it's just the best. You can like enjoy one such thing for like 7-10 minutes. It's awesome. And again, want more? Have more. You won't get any extra fat on these. Not possible. You're gonna burn more calories in the time you consume one of these than it has. That's actually an interesting metric. Like, you know, there are these negative calorie foods. They say it's fake, by the way. There are no negative calorie foods, but they say they are, like some vegetables which like supposedly take more calories to process them than they bring. Well, this is the true negative calorie food, because the time you spend eating it you would burn more calories than you would consume in it. And really, the best thing is you just have so much options and you quickly make the mixture. I have the recipe on the channel, by the way. Make the mixture and just separate it and make whatever flavors and tastes you desire quickly. And you have an assortment of these treats ready and waiting for you. So you have like your own ice cream bar ready in minutes. It can be enjoyed on calorie restriction diet, on healthy eating diet, on keto diet, whatever. I love these low calorie sauces and low calorie sweets for this very reason, that usually they fit into many diets, so it's like a add-on, a mod for your diet, which really improves the pleasure of eating whatever diet you're on, and it's like compatible with all these diets. It's amazing. Of course, it won't be compatible with paleo, because this is not paleo. It involves modern development in science, but then again, I think we should utilize what science gives us, because we live in a modern world where things changed. and where we have all these issues we didn't have before. In the past, we didn't have to conserve calories, holy crap, because we moved so much, because we worked so much with our bodies. We constantly moved our bodies, we constantly exercised our muscle. There was hardly issue to like having to work out, having to exercise, walk more. We would walk enough already. Our lifestyle has changed and it's not like we can ignore it. Many profitable ways of earning money involve sitting on your ass in the office. That's a fact. You can't change that if you want to. And we have to use what science gives us to counteract the negatives of that, I think. So if science gives me a way to enhance my pleasure from life and give me a way to easier sustain my diet, why not? All these colors and sweeteners and all these advancements of food industry, some of them can be used to harm your health and some can be used to improve it. Abstaining from all of them, I think, is no good. You better be, if you pick and choose, cherry pick the best. This really is so enjoyable. If you are on a diet, on a keto diet, low carb diet, if you are restricting calories, trying to eat healthier, like trying to cut sugar, try this. It's awesome. After this, I literally don't want to buy ice cream again. The only thing I have left to conquer is a soft ice cream, which is low calorie, because this is quite hard. You have to enjoy it like this as a popsicle. I would love to have soft ice cream, which is low calorie, so I can make Snickers ice cream from it, my favorite. That would be like the final victory. But even this already is so good. Just awesome. Absolutely delicious. Right. Thank you all very much for being with me today. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll be the first one to know when I release another keto mukbang video. And then check out this playlist right here for more keto mukbang videos that you will definitely enjoy. I love you all and see you all again real soon.